This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you two electronic amplified transmitters that we design and build here in the shop. And we have a customer, Jack, that has requested two of them, and we get an awful lot of requests for these, and we want to do a video on the 302 and connecting them up into the F1 handset. Now, he has two 302s with the F1 style handset, and the reason why we started building the electronic transmitters that are amplified is because of the F1 transmitters, the T1s, and other various types of transmitters that have the carbon granules in them. Basically, they get noisy over time, and they start to crackle, and they sizzle, and they can pop, and then you kind of got to hit the receiver in your hand or blow in it and try to straighten the crystals out and get them to be quiet again. So these electronic transmitters that we build and design basically take the place, and you won't get the same cracking and popping and sizzling that you will with these older style transmitters. Now what we want to do is set that to the side. We also want to set the cap to the side, and the ones that we build for the F1 handset, if you notice on the inside of the handset, after you take the transmitter out, you have screw down connections. So it's like a little screw down block. Now what we want to do here is, you cannot connect these leads up backwards. You do not have to observe polarity. But what we want to do is we want to go ahead and remove our positive, and we can also remove our negative post that would normally contact with the transmitter. So we want to go ahead and take that screw out, and we'll just go ahead and remove that contact. There's no real need for it. Now you can save it, but there's no real need for it. And we also want to remove the ground connection that would normally be grounded to the transmitter. Now we want to save our two screws because we're going to use them to take our spade connectors and reconnect. So that's what's cool about the F1 handset. It has a screw down block for your connections. Now on your 500 set and your 2500 set, it's more of a physical connection that you would have to make. But on the handsets that are the F1s, we always put spade connectors on them so that you can make a simple connection. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a short break from the video, and we're going to go ahead and make our connections. We're going to come back and we're going to do a check. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we went ahead and made our connections to the handset, and it's just that simple. And basically what you want to do is take the cap and go ahead and screw the cap back down. Now if you watch the analyzer, we're going to go ahead and transmit. Every time you see that red light, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. You can see how bright that light is. So we know, even with the handset pretty far away, you're going to get your modulation. So you'll have the clarity that you need to have a conversation with one of these electronic transmitters. Now, if for some reason you feel that they're too loud, you can always take and put a piece of material in between the cap and the transmitter, the microphone element. And basically what that'll do is squelch out the sound. So that is, in a sense, what you're going to have when you install it. And so you want to kind of tuck it in the place of where the transmitter was. So now what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and disconnect this one, and then we want to test this next one. And we'll go ahead and disconnect this real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and tighten the screws down, because this time what we're going to do is just use a set of jumper cables. And you want to arrange your spade connectors in here to the side a little bit, because you want to be able to fit your transmitter in. We're going to move the white one to the side, and now we're going to do the one with the red leads. I'll go ahead and grab a couple of jumpers. And like I said earlier, you cannot get the connection backwards, so you don't have to worry about connecting them up wrong. Now what we want to do is we're going to dial it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then if I were to talk in it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you see that red light on the analyzer, every time you see that red light, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm just going to leave it sitting here, and that's pretty far away. So you can see it's picking my modulation up right now. And if you have an issue and you feel like they're too loud, you can always squelch it with a piece of cotton or a piece of material, and that will squelch the transmit down a little bit, because we want them in a situation where they're going to be sensitive enough so that anybody is not going to have any kind of a hard time hearing you. So we want plenty of modulation with these transmitters, and that's why we build them the way we do. So they're easy enough to squelch down if you need to. So the connections are simple enough, and there shouldn't be any confusion, because you cannot connect them up wrong. You just want to install them. You want to make sure that you have enough room in the handset, and you want to move your spade connectors kind of to the side so that you can get your transmitter to fit in where the F1 transmitter was located. So you want to take your two connections out. There's no need for them, and they're better taken out. That gives you a little more room to work with, and you can always save them if you ever need to use them in the future. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.